Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me because there's noise over here. Um, and I hope your camera isn't sideways, um, but I felt like doing the video this way. There we go. So I'm making a video, I haven't made one in a while. And, sorry, I thought I heard music, but it's just a noise. And, yeah, I essentially just want to talk for a while and just vibe with me, and hang out, and we'll see if we can help you. When I say we, I guess I mean just, you know, whoever wants to speak through my mouth. And so, I mean, I don't know who's going to be watching this video, but I'm not going to hide the fact that, uh, well, I'm what would be called a light worker, but it really just means someone who loves people. And I love you. Where's the camera on this thing? Oh, the camera's up here. Okay, that's why. I've been looking down. There you are. It's hard to see you. There's no one there. It's just a camera. But, so, I mean, like, if you feel down, you can say, like, call on, like, angels, Archangel Michael and Gabriel and Raphael, to, like, hang out with you and protect you and guide you and give you messages and stuff. Also, I feel like people are becoming more open to the idea of, I guess you could say, other consciousnesses. And you could say aliens. You could say having a meditative experience, or an altered state, or an out of body experience, or lucid dreaming, or a healing. A lot of times shamans work with altered states or dimensions to help heal people. I personally do resonate with that. And any shaman people out there, I love you, and I pray that you'll be completely and unconditionally loved and supported on your journey. And let's see. How to integrate. How to integrate something that's being reflected to you in your reality. So say that you're walking around all the time, you're going to work, sitting at a park, talking to kids, uh, and, talking to people your age, and you're having certain things that keeps being shown to you in your reality. Now, that is just something that has to be integrated. So it's kind of like, you could say fear, don't really want to say fear. You could say it's just the growth of your soul. Your soul is infinite, and it is full of love, and it doesn't ever really judge. It just kind of is, and it's kind of like your home frequency. And I do believe that the soul is everywhere, but it's also kind of located in your heart. Like when I was going to do Reiki, I felt it in my heart and my soul, because my soul was familiar with Reiki. My soul was like, yes, 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 and and I feel like it's almost like my soul is in tune with all souls, and it knows when those souls are ready for Reiki or whatever healing that I would be giving through my soul. And I feel like there's a few people that I've given healing to, and it's done wonderful. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before other people are ready for that, And hey, if you are, then that's wonderful. I pray that you can either be aligned with me and my soul, or you can find another person in your area that can help you with that. Feel free to comment or whatever if you want healing of any kind. I typically pray, and then I do Reiki, call on angels, and then I'm just starting to get into shaman kind of stuff, even though I don't really know a lot about it, but I feel like my soul and deeper essence does. Um, and I feel like it might be better that I don't know a lot about it, so that I don't get attached to ideas of how it's supposed to be, and I rather just let love guide me. And, ooh, looks like I'm wearing a hat, but I'm not. So, with all that stuff being said, of all the weird words that I just said, I love you. Okay? I love you. 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 And for all the people that are saying, how can you just say I love you to someone? Well, it's not like I'm lying. I do love you. It's just, are you okay with someone actually saying I love you? And if you're not, well, why is that? You know? And I'm not saying that I have these answers figured out, because I do not. I am on this journey with you, struggling all the time. And I feel like that's the thing, is that is what love does. Your love doesn't say, I have all of the answers figured out. I know the secrets of the universe. Come to me, my children, and beg for mercy. I will give you what you deserve. That's not loving. That's just bullshit. Love goes in to the experience, and it lives the experience. It loves you so much that it forgets that it's love, so that it can be love for you. It really love. That's what love does. And that's what I am. And we talk about a soul, and we talk about, what else? What else do we need to talk about? A body, a mind, a lifetime, you know, our clothing, the food we eat, TV programs. But in reality, it's just love. It's just God. It's God. God is the one having the experience, and we're just the channel for God's awareness. So integrating, so it's not always easy. In fact, it actually is probably the most difficult, because integrating is kind of like all of the things that would bother you. It's like learning to love new things. Because normally it's like we love certain things, right? And we just consistently have those things that we love. But integrating is learning to expand your love into new areas, into new dimensions, to new frontiers. And it isn't fear-based. Because if it was fear-based, then you wouldn't be integrating. The motivation for integration is for love to expand its awareness. If you don't understand what the hell I'm saying, that's fine. That's okay. I just wanted to make a video because I haven't made one, and I was reading a comment that someone said, and I don't know if I'm going to post this video on Facebook because I think people will be too weirded out, you know. People that I actually see would be like, what are you talking about, angels and light worker and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I mean, get with the program. Like, we're on a planet. This planet is in a solar system, you know, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe my awareness is different than your awareness. That's all I'm saying. You know? And that doesn't change the fact that I love you. I mean, I could be talking to an ant right now, and I would be saying, I don't know what I'd be saying. If I was talking to an ant, just be like, hey man, what's up? What are you doing? What have you been doing? How's your colony? You know, what do you got going on? You know, have you ever tried actually connecting with an insect? It's wonderful. It's one, just let them walk on your hand. And of course, we're afraid that, you know, oh my God, they're going to bite us, they're going to sting us. Well, you'll survive. It's not that big of a deal, okay? I got stung by a cicada a few days ago, and I was actually more emotionally upset than I was physically hurt. Because I have always loved bugs and insects, and I was like, why? Why did you sting me? And I feel like there was deeper meaning to it that I wasn't, at the time, I didn't understand why. At the time, it's just, okay, this hurts, now get it off of my hand. You know? But then later on, when I was kind of like going through it, I was like, you know, I guess the bug, it's almost like the bug was like, this does have to do with integration, just trust me. It sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm going off on a tangent. I guarantee you it comes back around. Okay? Just have faith. If you're bored, stare at my shirt. Okay? Or you can, I don't know, twiddle your thumbs or say a prayer or, you know, breathe or give yourself a massage or send healing to yourself or the planet or just listen to my voice and maybe look at something else or whatever you want to do. It's fine. Or not, or just turn the video off. That's fine too. Peace be with all beings. All right. So this cicada was like sitting on like this like library where there's like in a nature area, and there's like books that go like in the library, in the, not a library, the bookshelf. It's like okay, outside in a park, there's a post and a thing on top of the post, and there's a window, and the books go inside there, and people just donate their books, okay, and then they borrow the book for a while, and then they'll return the book. Even though I borrowed a book and I haven't returned it, so I probably should return the book. But that's the idea. It's, what do they call it? An outside donation library, outside library, library in the park. But it's not really a library. I forgot the term for it. You might feel as I'm talking to you that there's things going on, like changing inside of you. That's because your system is updating. Because I am very much in tune with consciousness that is like energetically based and less in tune with the 3D reality. So if you feel like weird or strange, it's probably because your consciousness might be very much based in the earth and just like physical reality, and my consciousness is very much based in not completely the earth, but other dimensions and other awarenesses. So in some ways, I am talking to you on a different frequency than just my mouth physically saying words hitting your physical ears. It could be energetic, soul to soul even connection. And that's all just, it's love. Like I said, it's not a big deal. I love you unconditionally. And as a healer, I do believe that there is healing occurring. And that's okay. If you feel like crying, go ahead. I will be here with an open heart. If you feel any other emotion, go ahead. I will still be here with an open heart and loving you. And that's, you know, that's what I do. And I feel like, I just felt like talking, but I feel like healing is also part of this talking. So anyways, I was at the park, and maybe I'll talk for just 4 more minutes. I was at the park, and this cicada, this is just insect, it's about yay big, 2 inches, and it has these beautiful wings, these beautiful 2 eyes on the front. It's usually a sea green color, and it's usually has some like brownish spots on it, kind of looks like camo. And its eyes are usually a yellowish orange color. It's very beautiful, if I'm remembering correctly. And then there's just black legs and translucent, transparent, see-through, clear wings. And then this bug, I felt in my heart that he did just want to be alone, and I kind of knew that I was doing something that was wrong, but I did it anyways. And I know I don't know if it was wrong, because I did get stung, and then maybe that's the end of it, but I learned from it, and that's why I'm telling you this. And I love you. If you made a mistake, I love you. And I'm sure we all have made mistakes. I've made many mistakes. You are perfect. So I'll tell this story real quick and then I'll end the video. So the cicada was on the library thing, and I was kind of like, I went like that and didn't move, because usually they move, you know? Like usually they'll at least like twitch and be like, hey, it's something touched me, or there's air here, and they'll just like legs will move or something, right? And it'll just be like, hey. He didn't do that though. So it was kind of strange. So I was like, okay. And then I kind of like got closer to him and more aggressive, and I started like poking at his body, and he kind of was like, okay, you know, I guess I see that you're a person and that you have to touch me for some reason. And I do believe that insects and animals do love unconditionally, you know, that they do, because they're, why wouldn't they, you know? That's a whole nother topic. My throat's getting itchy. I've probably been talking too much, whatever. But, okay. So, okay, so the cicada was on this thing, and he was on my finger, and then he crawled onto my hand. After a while, he crawled up my hand, and he crawled up my hand for a second, and he walked onto my thumb, and yeah, and the cicada walked on my thumb, on my left hand, and he just sat there, and then he just proceeded to sting me. And the funny thing was, and it was kind of, I mean, I could still feel it. It was kind of like I usually I don't run away from pain, you know, that's not what I do. So I was kind of just like, okay, you're stinging me. And he was stinging me, I could feel this thing, like, felt like a little, he just poked my skin, and it was like, stinging me. And he wasn't trying, the funny thing is, he wasn't trying to fly away. That is what I was confused about, and I still feel like I don't understand really the intelligence of this. Is just like, why didn't he just fly away? If he was really afraid of me, why would he be sitting on my hand stinging me? Why wouldn't he sting me once and then fly away? Why wouldn't he just sting me and then leave, like a bee? You know? He's just stayed on my hand, on my thumb, and he just stung me. And it wasn't even a quick sting. It was like, I could feel it coming. I was like, you're stinging me. And I was just like, I mean, I shook him off. Like, I'm not, like, made of stone, you know? Like, I went like, ah, 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 you know? And then I made sure he got off. But it was a good, like, 2.5 seconds that I was being stung, you know? Or maybe not 2.5 seconds. It seemed longer, because usually a sting is an instant, and this was an actual sting that was prolonged. I was like, that's strange. If you get to actually put your conscious awareness into the feeling of being stung. And, yeah, a prized experience. But, so that's my story. But I think also integration is realizing that at that moment of pain, that it doesn't have to be something where there is an impulse. It could be um, almost the opposite of a contraction, kind of like a relaxation and an allowance. And it's not about saying that you have to have pain, but it's not about avoiding the pain. It's almost like saying that keeping your focus on love, on God, and from there realizing that you actually can experience something that is uncomfortable with love in your heart. And I do believe that it's not so much what you do in life, but how you do it. Meaning that if you have love in your heart and your soul, your spirit and your body and all that you are, which is within your heart, you will do great things. You will be successful, but actually successful. We have a misconception that that success has to do with certain things, and it has to do with how you love and how you live. I love you. Peace be with you. May you be balanced, healed, and cleansed all the days of your life. May all prayers, be at peace. I love you.